Hey, y'all. The snazzy intro. Thanks for the energy. You know what's so interesting about this is on my 2023 vision board wall, I had put that I wanted to be a speaker. Then you realize what you have to do in order to be a speaker, public speaking. And I slid it to 2024. Right when I did that, I got the email, hey, you've been nominated for the Sevens. And then I ignored the email and got a Slack, hey, you've been nominated for the Sevens. So I'm glad to be here because how many of you know that God will align you with your purpose and keep you in alignment with your purpose? And so that's really the theme of my journey is passion, purpose, and alignment. So I went to school at Johnson & Wales University in Miami. I was an okay student academically. Any other C students in here? We're all A's? Hey, shout out to the C students. I was an okay student academically, but where I really thrived was in student activities. And so I had won awards for my events that I would throw for student activities and started an event business in my senior year of college. And here's the thing, right? I had vision and hunger, but I lacked the tools and know-how to turn that vision into a reality. So I remember my first event that I did was for a baby shower. I literally did the catering. Y'all, I did the decor. I did the planning, the execution. Can anybody guess how much I got paid for that event? Zero, a little bit more than zero. I don't work for free. $100. $100 for all that work. And so I was like, I don't know what to charge, but I know that this is not working, right? And so here's the thing about when you're trying to pursue passion is that sometimes fear and doubt sets in. Anybody ever dealt with fear and doubt? Sometimes fear and doubt sets in. I didn't know how to charge for my services. I was stumped on where to find clients. I was all over the place. And so I thought I had this wake-up call. I thought God said, Nick, yes? Move to Atlanta. And so, as a black man, this is where I'm told that we go to thrive. This is where I'm told that we go to be successful, right? And so I was on my way to Atlanta thinking I was going to be this big-time event planner, thinking I was going to be this, big-time successful person. And I got here, and I was hit with another reality. I ended up getting a job as a server at Longhorn. I was unhappy, overworked, underpaid. I had failed to rock bottom. And I don't know if anyone in here has ever been at rock bottom, but I mean rock bottom as in don't know if your lights are still cut on rock bottom. I mean rock bottom as in is the tow truck outside to pick up my car for repossession rock bottom. Absolutely rock bottom, but does anyone know the only choice you have when you're at rock bottom is to climb your way out, climb your way to the top. And so the more and more I kept going to wait tables and not fulfilling my passion, it was upsetting me and my homegirl because we just weren't getting to where we wanted to be. I had a roommate named Angela. She ended up moving back, but I stuck it out, right? And the thing that we knew was that we had to get out ASAP, okay? What we were doing was not working. And so this did a couple of things for me. It intensified my hunger. All right, so I started asking my family and friends for help. I started to shift my mindset. I started to divorce negative thinking, some of my circle of friends. How many of you know new levels, new devils? Some of those devils are in your circle. Some of those are in my circle. And I began to build a tribe. So I want you to turn to your neighbor and I want you to say, everybody in the circle can't be in the tribe. All right, let me take y'all to church real quick. I want y'all to turn to your other neighbor and say that sometime when you grow, some leaves got to go. Put some sauce on it. When you grow, some leaves got to go. And so that's what I had to realize. And some of those leaves were not only just people, but it was things that I was doing. It wasn't focused. I had made up in my mind that I was going to do whatever it took to be successful by any means. And so I began to build a manifestation wall, right? I was planning my way out. I was putting up poster goals, rebranding. If you go in my house right now, you'll still see goals on my wall. And so when I made those few shifts, it's almost as if My business and career instantly changed. I began going from no clients, no revenue, to working with some of the biggest Fortune 500 companies in the country, like Microsoft, Coca-Cola. Can I brag a little bit? The Lupus Foundation, Delta Airlines, Bronner Brothers, NASCAR, BET. And you know what I really enjoyed was actually going back to the small businesses and helping them launch their events. So most of the small businesses that I would work with would ask me to come and help them plan their launch for their business. And so in the same vein, I would also serve as their consultant. Hey girl, how you gonna get people to this event? Let's talk about your marketing plan. When you get the people to the event, are you gonna make sales? How are we gonna generate revenue? And so I had found that I had a passion. And so kind of to fast forward, I had got a job as an event manager, and I had brought in $1 million contract, or upsold $1 million contract. Now, Mandy, I don't know where you are, but if I can get some of these clients to upsell for $1 million, I'll be in good OKRs. I was celebrated, and a few weeks after that, they announced the pandemic, and a few weeks after that, they announced my departure. And so I began to ask God, what am I going to do about my event business? What I noticed was people was asking me, hey, we saw you build your business. Can you help us build ours? And so I began my business coaching company, where I help entrepreneurs launch their businesses and where I help people turn their dreams into reality. And so here's the thing, right? My event planning business, I had passion, but I was lacking purpose. Like, what impact am I gonna make? My business coaching business, I found passion and purpose. In full alignment, I get to do what I want. I get to do what I know my purpose is every day. So I want you to say passion. I want you to be dedicated and committed to finding your passion because it's directly related to your happiness. Say purpose. Be committed to standing in and on purpose. Say alignment. Once you have your passion and purpose, that becomes your North Star, and everything has to align. Thank you.